Hi, welcome to the Happy Wife's Memoirs. My name is Anastasia, and if you clicked on this video, then you're wondering whether you need a changing table in your nursery. Let me give you a short answer. No, you don't need a changing table, but it is very convenient to have. So let me tell you more. The main reason why I think that you do not need a changing table is that sooner or later you're gonna have to learn to change your baby in any condition, be it on the bed, on the floor, or on your car seat, because situations are gonna happen where you won't have any access to a changing table, but your baby will still need a diaper change. It is absolutely possible to change your baby without a changing table. It's very helpful to have one of these changing bags. I have two of those. One I use downstairs in the living room so that I don't have to always come upstairs to my changing table, and the other one I have in my stroller bag, and it has been extremely helpful. It's nice, it's small and compact, and it's very easy to clean, and I like how quickly and easy I can use it when I am outside. The one I have downstairs is a little bit harder to use, and it's a bit bigger in the size, so I'm using disposable changing pads with it so that I don't have to wash it when accidents happen. I learned to change my baby in the bed without having to get up to the changing table very quickly. Like when he was born, he basically pooped every single time that he nursed, so I had to change him multiple times through the night, and I just couldn't be bothered to get up, walk to a different room, turn on the light, change him. So very quickly I learned to change him in the bed, and then I learned to change him in the darkness. And I did use one of those bags in the beginning. Then as I became more skilled in changing him, then I dropped the bag and I just changed him on the bed, and it's extremely helpful. I don't know whether you know this trick, but when you're changing your baby, before you remove the dirty diaper, you can put the new clean diaper underneath him, and that way you will prevent any kind of leakage that could possibly happen. That trick has been life-changing to me, and I still do it. But I also really like having my changing table, and let me show you how I have it organized. Here's my changing table. I have a changing mat, which is quite soft. It's from IKEA. I use disposable changing mats. I also tried not using it. It becomes easier to wipe it. You don't have to use disposable material, but I don't like what it feels like in early mornings where it's quite cold in the room, and then my baby has to lie with his naked skin on top of this cold surface. So I'm still sticking to these ones, but it's totally up to you. Then I have my wet napkins, my dry napkins, and diapers, and extra disposable place change mats. I have a heater here which I turn on so that he doesn't get cold while changing. I have a lamp. I have an organizer on the wall where I have rarely used items, so it has some medicine, it has some antiseptic. I have this super helpful device. I think it's a must have. It's to suck out stuff from your baby's nose when he has a runny nose. And then here on the side I have some thermometer, hairbrush, cotton pads to wash his face, nail file. It's actually quite cool to have a nail file. My baby doesn't really like when I use nail file with him, but you should definitely give it a try because some of my friends swear by it. I have some lotion, which I don't really ever use. And over here I have baby powder, a hand disinfector, a cream for his butt with chamomile. And on the side of the table I have a hook where I keep his sleeping bag and his bath towel. So under the table I keep extra changing pads, extra diapers, and in the first drawer I have his clothes, his bodies, pants and pajamas. And in the lower drawer I have things that I don't really use, like some bibs that we don't need anymore, extra napkins, and some extra items that I also do not use right now. As soon as he can crawl, I will have to reorganize this, maybe take out everything that's in here. I'll see what I'll do with it. Next to the changing table, I have a trash bin. It's just a very regular trash bin for 15 euros from Amazon. It's not one of those fancy ones, and I don't know, maybe I will replace it soon. I'm still considering, but for the first half a year, you definitely don't need a special diaper bin. You can just go with the normal one because it doesn't really smell that much. And next to it, I have a clothes dumper. I think that's how it's called. And that's where I put his dirty clothes, and it's very convenient because I can just grab it with one hand and take it downstairs to the laundry room. Now let me also show you my organizers that I keep next to my bed in the bedroom. I have some more wet napkins and diapers here, of course. I have a head disinfector. I have an infrared thermometer here, which is extremely useful because when you have to check your baby's temperature at night, you really don't want to take off their diaper and put a thermometer in their butt. So this is very helpful. You just point it at their forehead and it measures the temperature very quickly. This is also where I keep my vitamin D for him, and that's where I keep his scissors for the nails. And I have this adorable tiny nail clippers for his toenails. And this is where I keep the night light, which is also a must-have if you're changing his diaper at bed at night. One of the biggest advantages of the table is that it's high enough, you don't have to bend over, you have everything laid out for you so you can easily grab what you need. You can also have the baby's clothes organized under it so that you can easily change him if some of his clothes get stained. It's also very helpful for my husband. I don't think my husband particularly likes changing him on the floor. He much rather prefers to go to the changing table, and it's helpful for me that he's much more willing to change him when we have a changing table, so that is definitely a plus. One thing that I have been seeing a lot on YouTube is that apparently in America it is very popular to just buy a dresser and then put a changing table on the side of it, sideways. As I was pregnant, I kept watching those videos and I couldn't understand how on earth would it be convenient to change the baby if the changing is lying sideways to you. Well, then I figured out that maybe you can stand on the side of the changing table, but still I don't think it's very convenient because then you don't really have everything at your grip. Well, I guess you could use a top drawer for the diapers and everything. So if space is really an issue for you, then that could be a good alternative. However, I find it much more convenient when you have a wider area to change the baby and when the baby is lying in front of you. Also, well, with my baby right now, he's 7 months old and he is trying to escape, like he's turning all the time. And if I had only a place of a narrow drawer for him, he would fall over. It wouldn't be usable for me. At least with a wider changing table, I have some playroom, so I know that if he turns to the side, at least he's trying to grab something and he's not gonna immediately fall off the drawer. There are different kinds of changing tables. I have this one from IKEA and I like it because later it can be transformed into a regular drawer. You just put the shelf up and you can't say that it has ever been a changing table. There are also changing table tops that you can screw to an existing drawer if you have one. Your options are limitless, so it's all up to your imagination and whatever works for you. Regarding the placement of the changing table, if you do get one, I think you should consider where you would be changing your baby most often. I actually change him most often in the bed for the first 3 months of his life, but I still find it more convenient to have the changing table right next to where his clothes are, and that is where I chose to place it. I chose to place it in his nursery, but if the baby's clothes are in your bedroom, then you should definitely place the changing table there as well. If you enjoy watching my videos, please remember to subscribe to my channel. I do videos about marriage, motherhood, and mindset. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to my channel, my name is Anastasia and I am a Ukrainian who moved to Germany 7 years ago. And even though I live far away from Ukraine, my heart and family are still in Kiev, and I would really appreciate if you could help in any way, and I will leave a link in the description to this video where you can donate to support Ukraine, and each donation matters, even the tiniest ones. Thank you very much, and I wish you a peaceful sky above your head.